Good afternoon, everybody. Welcome to Proverbs with Paul in the afternoon. This wet, cold, windy November day. But the Word of God warms us up. Proverbs chapter 12, verse 28. In the way of righteousness there is life, and in its pathway there is no death. So I tried to look at this and say, where are the key words here in this verse? And so the first one is there is life, and the life factor of anything has to be good. Being alive has to be better than being dead. And in the pathway, the right pathway, there is life. And it's interesting how it says in the way, meaning, look, come on kids, you're in the way. And that sense of being in the way. Well, in the way of a righteous path is life. So you can't help but stumble over it. It's a begetting factor as it relates to walking right. Sometimes people say, why do things always work for you? I remember old Carl, before he died, he used to say to me, how comes, Paul, you always get a place to park your car outside of the church? And it's just in the way of righteousness, you just stumble upon life. There's blessings that befall those who walk the righteous path. And he goes on and says, and in its pathway, there is no death, meaning the reality of what is not life, that's death, is not there for you. So the bad is not so easy to stumble over. In the way, on the right pathway, you stumble upon life. But in the right way, you don't stumble upon death, meaning there's no divots in the road. When you need the blessing reality of God to intervene in a situation, you avoid the pitfalls. There's no death. You are aware of what these choices will do for you. And as a result of that, you escape the inappropriateness of falling down into a place of death. That sense of protection upon you because you're already pre-warned or pre-aware of the possibility of pursuing that aspect of the pathway, that journey. You say, hey, I'm going to go there because that's not going to get me a good thing. We might drive past McDonald's and think, I'm hungry, and I think I'm better off not stopping because it's not going to be any good for me. You're going to eat, you might as well eat well. Don't eat the rubbish of life. And it's true in regards to whatever we do. If you need something, if you're going to go on a journey, do it the right way, because the right way you will avoid falling into death, and the right way you will stumble upon the pathway of life, and it will just be an inevitable conclusion for you as you walk the pathway of righteousness. Thank you for joining me. Be blessed. Have a great afternoon, and I'll see you tomorrow.